thing you can do with the elderly parents on the daily is you can call them. Call them if you can every
Will they
single
pick their
day.
call, Mazejo? These guys are funny.
They're funny, but I think what you need to do is make
Time
sure you
it.
make sure
You
you
guys, my mom used to piss me off. Cheki mami nimekupigia bara nane. Choki simu ilikuwa kwa handbag.
No, yeah.
Eric, what happens? Reliability and dependability makes the whole difference. Even when they don't pick up.
What do you mean by that?
I mean I was taking it to what Emmanuel was saying. You need to be reliable and dependable in their life. Even if they don't pick up those calls, let them know that you are one call away. Let them know that you check up on them. Let them know that you're there for them. Granted, they don't pick up their calls. I go through that. You can call, even you'll have to call a neighbor because you're worried. Enda kwetu, uangalie if my mom is there. And she's there. Drinking tea.
I normally call in the evening. In the evening,
So
she
yes,
always has her
so
phone.
yes, learn their
If you
timings.
call during the day, anasema alikuwa anapalilia.
In fact, there's a day I was so worried. I thought my mom was losing it. She talks to her chickens. And yes, it's a conversation. She'll put a chair, have a tea, and fine enough, they listen. She tells them, Rudini yuko nyinyi wote musitoke. The first day I actually thought she was mad. So I actually peeped at the gate. And true to the world, do you know all these chickens in a line? They just went. They went, entered the hen pen. Yes. And I'm like, they actually know who they are responding to. So on that time when you call her, she'll not pick up. So learn their timings and just be ready, just be there for them. Most of us, I think, forget after we get our own lives, going to the city, marry, get our families. We never tend to check up on our parents.
Yes,
to be very honest.
Call them
you
daily.
only go on Easter, Christmas, or and sometimes when you see them calling, you feel like they are nagging you. I think we need to try and just divorce ourselves from that and also be patient. Granted, if you find your parent is calling you for something, I know there are those ones who can tend to ask for a lot of money. Find out what it is. It means there is a need. And as we said earlier, getting old is financially crazy. So they don't have anyone to ask for this money. It is you. You want them to go what? To rob a bank? Ask your cousins. You are the family. So make it work easier for them. And when you realize that your parents are at that particular stage or your elderly family, make provision for certain things. Organize for their electricity to be paid. Organize for them to have help. And make sure that is paid. Organize to have food. Send it there. Don't wait for them to call you, to ask you, Tatumaka kitu. That is also wrong. Let them still hold their dignity and stand firm.
Yes, Eric, I realized my mom actually expects my phone calls.
Yes.
They wait for it. So if you don't call, she'll call you the next day and say, mbona hukupika?
Yes.
So they actually really, truly appreciate when you make that effort.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think one time I was with you and your mother on a Sunday, and she was alluding to how she used to leave church, and every Sunday your father would take her some place to eat. So I think even in the case that, what I picked from that statement, in the case that, say, one parent has departed, if you can try as often as you can to maybe continue a tradition that a mother or a father used to perform for the other parent that is remaining. I think that goes a long way.
Yeah, she says afternoons became really boring.
Yeah.
Check, it is so boring.
But you can understand now she has no one else and her routine has changed.
So you're saying try and fill that gap?
Yes, I think it's important. I remember on Sundays, my mother brought me up as a single mother. I never had a father figure in my life. So what I would do on Sundays, we'd go after she's gone to church because she was Catholic. Me, I was Uko protesting. So I'd go and pick her up and then I'd take her to try different things. So I'd be like, leo tukule nan. Then she's like, me spend this of it my Indian food. Nipeleke ile Chinese. Then I take her to Chinese.
So she used to actually look forward, right?
Yes. So I pick her up, we drive, and then we'd go and look for houses. So I'd be like, naweza jenga hii ama hii. Cheki spend hizi nyumba. Hizi nyumba zinifurahishi. These would be better because
That
of
is
the
so
flat
sweet,
roof.
man.
Yeah, so I think it's important if you can create more time and just spend with them, she used to really look forward to those Sunday drives and hangouts.
Yeah.
I like what Eric is saying. Yeah, you need to make time for them. It makes a whole difference for them. Something very simple. They're just having a cup of tea. Like my old lady has this idea. There's one of our hotels on Mombasa Road. She likes just having tea there. And if you take her there, it doesn't cost much. It actually costs 400 shillings. But she just loves the ambience of this 5-star. So just take her there and she looks around and you have made her day. So sometimes it really doesn't make a big difference. just try and spend time with them, or even go home over the weekend. Shock her, spend a weekend with her, then go back. Just don't wait for those auspicious occasions, because
Christmas Day and Easter.
sometimes we think, and I always feel like most of us Africans feel like when we go home for Christmas, we are giving them, they're so happy. Sometimes we are stressing them. You are all there, you're all stressing them, you're making noise, you're there with your children. Make time, well, that is good also, but just make time, those one-on-one moments with your children. Let John go in June, another one go in August, another one goes in February. It makes a whole difference.